How do you tell if your football mad child has a great attitude, and why is having an attitude that's great so important? The first thing is that this is what coaches are looking for. This is what pro clubs are looking for. If you haven't got a great attitude in the modern game, then it's very unlikely that you're going to go very far. A great attitude will help you. Everybody, I'm sure, would say that on their day they can play well. But a great attitude helps you play well more consistently, helps you play well more often. So that's a big reason why it's important to have a good attitude. Another reason why it's important to have a good attitude is that you will improve over time. So what I've certainly found over the last 20 odd years that I've been coaching is that players, it doesn't matter really what your ability is like now, because if you were ready to play for the first team, then, at a pro club, then you probably already would be. Someone would have picked you out and taken you there. That's a good way to think about it. It may not be 100% true, but it's a useful way to think about it. But if you're not ready yet, then you can always get better and better and better and better. And I've definitely worked with players over the last 20 years who've been extremely talented, sort of household names within Swansea and other areas, coached in different parts of the world, and almost sort of untouchable. You can't say anything to them. They don't want to learn. They don't want to know anything else. They just want to go out and play. And that's a great mindset to have, just go out and play. But in between, you want to be learning, you want to be stretching your ability, you want to be focusing on the things that you can't do so well yet, maybe, and even the things you can do, can you do them better? So, are you open to that? That's what I find is a big predictor of how players are going to do in the future, is how open they are to learning, how open they are to getting outside of their comfort zone, because it can be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable realizing I'm not good at that part of the game yet, or realizing that your coach is giving you some feedback. Now, of course, if the coach is shouting and screaming at you all the time, or your parents are shouting and screaming at you all the time, then you might not be in the mood to listen. But if your coach is supportive, if your coach cares, then a good coach is going to want to be honest with you. And as a young player looking to develop in the game, it's great if you've got someone who knows the game, knows you, is there for you, cares about you. But if you can't really take on feedback, then that is going to hold you back, especially if the feedback is coming from real quality experience. Coaches who've taken players like you from where you are now to where you want to be, and they've done that over and over and over again. And you're not open to listening to that feedback, then that's something that you need to work on. Question your beliefs about that. Is it that the coach is, trying to have a go at me, or are they trying to help me? Is it that there's something wrong with me, or is it just that I can get better? There's a big, 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 big difference. Most players that I come across can already play. You're already able to control the ball, pass the ball, dribble, shoot. There might be certain aspects of the game that you're better at than others. There might be certain, things that you feel you can do, but not against certain players, like tackling bigger players and so on. But that's what a coach is really there to do, to help you, to guide you, and to design exercises, experiences. But you are the ones, who need to go through those experiences and come out the other side with more confidence, with better skills, being able to do things quicker, or, in a better way. So that's my message. Make sure that you're open to learning. Feedback is not always meaning that you're bad. We had a player recently who said, "Oh, Frankie wanted to talk to me. I must have done something wrong." No, Frankie cares about you. That's why he's talking to you. He wants to help you improve. And a lot of players don't actually get that. So if you've got someone with that level of care about you, and they've got some knowledge, and you feel that they're there to support you, then do your best to listen to feedback. You don't have to take it on, you don't have to agree with it, but just have a go at applying it, and you'll see if it works by just doing your best at applying and putting into practice what you've been asked to do. Okay, speak to you soon.